All right, the recording has now started.
Yes, sir.
So y'all watch yourselves, watch your language.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. I promise you.
Okay, so we're just gonna get right into this. Our first topic for this podcast will be the Tulsa Race Massacre. So do we all know what that is, don't we?
It's when they burned down like a whole city almost, basically, right?
Yep.
I know a lot about this, actually. Way too much that I should know.
Didn't
So,
like somebody?
You can never know too much about your history.
Yes, you can. Anyway, the
so
Tulsa Race Massacre started when a black dude whistled at a white girl. Legit whistled.
Oh, so we talking Emmett Till repeat almost?
Yeah.
Yes. Or quote unquote whistle, because a lot of people say he didn't. But basically, she went home, told her, daddy that, oh, black boy doing this and this and that. And white boy got all his boys and laid waste to a whole Black Wall Street.
Yeah, that was Black Wall Street. That was like the most prominent group of black people at the time.
Yeah, that's where there was a bunch of that's where black-owned businesses were the most prominent and stuff.
Yeah.
And they said, forget all this. We're just gonna take it all down. We don't like those Negroes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, bro. You just had to, bro. But anyway,
I said I said Negroes, bro.
Yeah, I understand. It's like when pigs fly, it happens, bro.
And I think we have that mindset. It happens, but that shouldn't be happening at all.
It shouldn't. But okay, bro. He already knew.
It's 19. This happened in like the 20s, right?
I believe so. Let me make sure. Yep, 1921, June 1st, 1921.
Okay, I know my history. Okay. So yeah, of course that's gonna happen back. Back then they were down bad against them. Jesus, they were down bad against
back then. They still are now.
I mean, it was terrible back then.
It still is now.
It is.
Okay, it was worse than it is now. Okay, Jesus.
It still is bad. Oh, if you go to a sundown town, boy, yeah. Y'all don't want to hear nothing about that one, bro.
Dude, like,
it's just as bad. You just don't hear about it.
I mean, some stuff you do, but a lot of
it's better. It's better than getting a gang summoned on you when you whistle at a white girl.
Yeah.
Like, imagine just like you whistled at some white girl at a street at a freaking corner store or something, and like hours later you just getting ran up on by a bunch of dudes with Tommy guns. Come on now.
Jesus.
Did you know that they had like legit like crop duster planes filled up with like fire? I think.
Yeah, they were getting bold. They were getting bold on people who just whistled.
Like it's like you put us through so much, stuff with slavery, and then as soon as we get our own like little piece, y'all want to take that away, bro. I've never accepted that.
I don't get it either. Like y'all are literally going back on what they fought for way back.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay, and so it says in the prompt, explain what the issue topic is. We just did that, and how it's affecting the community. So we know it's still affecting the issues that went on back then are still affecting the Black community.
Wait, is it referring to just issues, just like specifically Black Wall Street?
That was just the topic, was Tulsa Race Massacre.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like not that many people actually know it was a thing.
Yeah, they
of course
to cover that up. How can we fix, or simply your opinion on the matter? Okay, so yeah, we said that's. Would y'all have anything else y'all want to say about that?
Honestly, I just feel like don't be racist, lol. Okay, well,
it's not.
Yeah, I wish.
If only it was that. If only it was that simple.
Yeah, but people still have hatred for us towards till this day, which
I just don't
make sense. But it
doesn't make sense. It got me wondering, like, what did we do to deserve it at this time?
Yeah, then like, all the stuff about people saying go back to where you came from. They brought us here.
They brought us here in the first place, and then it's not even their country. They took it from some natives.
Yeah.
Okay, like I don't know if this was the question. Cause I'm sorry, I did zone out, but I'm just saying this as my little, 2 cents. Slavery, it still exists, but I feel like it's more of a mental thing now. Like, we were legit in bondage, but like now they have us trapped in our mind, and it's like,
I get, you're talking about just like the slave mentality, like, okay, we're
it's like legit
hanging on to the fact that we were oppressed. You mean it like that, or
it's like legit? We didn't grow up like I wasn't never oppressed, right? I was never like hounded, beat, whipped, and stuff like that, right? Yeah. But I've been told by white people, that happened, and it'll happen again. It's like, they want you to know your place, type.
Yeah.
And like, it sucks, but like, racism is not going to leave, bro. It's never going to leave, bro.
That is the hard truth. It like change.
Honestly,
a lot of people reject it. They don't want to accept it.
Racism exists since the dawn of time. It's going to be here since the end of time.
There will always be that group of. It's sad, but there, in my opinion, just how I feel, there will always be that one group of people who think that they're better than someone else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just people. It's not. It's 100% not their fault. It's their.
It's how they were taught. Yeah, they were raised.
Yeah, how they were taught, how they were raised.
It's not even how they were raised, bro. Think about it like this, right?
You're not born racist and all that,
Like, think about it like this, right? Political reasons. Like, if you want to get a popular vote, you're like, especially if it's like for example, Trump appealed to white people because he was, white.
You got to say you like white black people, bro, or something like that. I have a lot of black friends.
But yeah, what I'm saying? Like, he was white. So he wanted to scare white people and say, oh yeah, they're going to come, take this, take that. When it's like, no, it's not going to happen. We want to live like in coexistence, but we don't want to take anything from anybody.
Just want to live our life.
You know what I'm saying? Just because y'all did that don't mean we want to do that.
Yeah, that I feel like also some of it may stem from fear, because they're scared one day there's gonna be.
They know they wronged us, so they're scared that we're gonna come back and wrong them.
Exactly. That's
but
why
the saying, hatred breeds hate more, just breeds more hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it's just gonna be an endless cycle, basically.
Yeah. It's never gonna stop. What's our next topic?
Next topic:
gender roles in marriage. Now this.
Oh boy, that's controversial.
We have an expert over here on that, don't we?
Oh God, Jaylon, share your mind.
Okay. So I have been with my partner for 7 years. I'm old. I'm an old boy, right? And like, basically, growing up, I've always taught like, oh yeah, mom is supposed to do this and dude's supposed to be, doing this, right? Yeah. But like, my mom has never done the stuff a woman's supposed to do. She's always done stuff that a man's supposed to do because we didn't have a man in our household. So I see my mom juggle, being a mom and a dad. So it's like, yeah, my mom tried to be, she did her best to raise me how to be, a son, how to take care of a, wife and kids. But at the same time, it's like, she can only do so much, she doesn't know how to.
Yeah.
And it's like, so with me, being with her, it's like, I have to learn myself. And I don't think that there should be any rules in like marriage. If you, it don't matter if you're a boy or a girl, just do what you want to do and do what you need to do.
Yeah, just
exactly.
Do whatever.
If something needs to be done, you walk into the kitchen, you see some dirty dishes, just do them.
Exactly. Like, even though like I know it's like, stereotypical women just be in the kitchen, go in the kitchen, clean.
They raise the children and all that.
Yeah, I like doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm not
paternity leave, and I'm going to bond with my child.
Yeah,
like I legit like cleaning. Cleaning go dummy. Like that's just what I like.
It all stems from how it used to be back then, because my parents are old. So my dad, when he sees me washing dishes, he goes like, "Why are you doing that? That's something your mother should be doing or your sister." I'm like, "They asked me to. It's fine. I don't really care." Like, no, that's not even your job. You're supposed to do whatever. else a man's supposed to do, not a woman's job. I'm like, dude.
It's like also, Sky, she wants to work with mechanics, right?
Yeah.
Like she's like very, hands-on with like cars and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And like her dad is like, very cool with them. Her mom, which we don't talk about her. She's a different breed. Yeah, speaking of the whole race thing, she called me a nigger word. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, going back to it, like
said it before I said it. That's crazy.
Her mom's like, yeah, that's a man's job. You can't be doing a man's job. But it's like, she making money. Why are you tweaking?
Yeah.
Sadly,
it's going to be hard for her. Like, not because it's a male dominated profession.
Yeah, and she actually does get into the profession.
Sometimes, females
as long
as
you're good at it,
taking
as long as you're good at it, then you can do it.
Yeah,
like, exactly. But the thing is, speaking about that, as a woman, it's gonna be harder. Like you're probably gonna end up having to start your own company. Because not a lot of dudes are gonna hire you. It's just that makes it hard.
Pull something. I'm gonna pull something from my fucking economic class. This week we learned about women and how it's harder for them in the work field than men.
Yeah, they got that glass barrier,
Yeah, the glass ceiling, I think.
What's it called? Glass wall? Glass ceiling?
Glass ceiling.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be at a disadvantage just because of the way they were born. It sucks, but it's just the sad, cold, hard truth. Yeah, it's not my fault.
Topic talking about the profession, but I mean it still works. But in marriage specifically, but we talking about the children. Yeah, I'm not going to have my wife do everything for my child. I'm going to provide.
Most definitely.
It's a man's job to provide. It's just a parent's job to provide for their child.
Exactly. That's what most people
I have never understood the fact that it takes two to make a kid. But why does one have to watch the kid and raise
why is it
up?
One's job to take care of it and raise it?
Exactly. I'm saying it would be it take a team effort to raise the baby. You should take a team effort to raise the baby. Actually,
exactly.
In my African American class, in my African American class, there's legit a study that we've been reviewing where it's sometimes it can take a whole village to raise a kid. So imagine putting all of that pressure on one person. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know about that one, bro. That's a tough cookie. Yeah. What's our next topic?
Next
racism
number 3.
We kind of went over that.
Racism in America. Yeah, we touched on that with the Tulsa Race Massacre. So we can just go on to topic number 4, so we can save some time. So Ms. Jen doesn't have to listen to a 50-minute podcast.
How society thinks of men.
How society thinks of men.
Oh boy,
we're about to get into it now.
Thinks about men.
Yes. So y'all know there's this stigma about men. We have to be these strong, big figures. We never cry.
Men never can show emotions, and they're a little.
Yeah.
They don't.
We're the providers or the breadwinners of the house. When honestly, some of that stuff can be true, but it's just whatever type of person you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Standard for how a man has to be. With your emotions and still be one of the strongest people that a person knows.
Exactly.
Take strength to be able to handle your emotions.
Yeah. The sad truth is, people just think if you're a man and you cry about anything, no matter what it is, your family member died, you're crying about it, you're being a little bitch. Come on now. That doesn't make sense. It's
we have to be rock statues or whatever. We can't show us.
Yeah.
But nah. But I feel like it's I don't know. I guess being in, like I said, the relationship, I've always been able to show my feeling types, I've never really been depressed like that, so I can't really speak about all men. I've never had to feel that. But I do know that as a whole, it is harder for men to express stuff like that. And it is very unfair.
Yeah.
Very okay, this is leading into women a teeny tiny bit, but I'm just gonna never forget this woman said something about making fun of a man's insecurities and making it think that it's his fault. And that's a horrible way to go about it,
But it's evil.
That is evil, yeah. They were like him venting in like not. I don't even remember what it was all about because it kind of made me upset because they were actually serious about it.
You know, there's the protest, like the kill all men things.
Oh yeah, kill all.
I'm gonna
men.
touch on that real quick, and then y'all can go ahead and say whatever y'all want. When you learn why that even started, I completely understand.
Because of a
It
bad
was based off of a terrible joke made by some terrible people.
Wait.
Because if you don't know, that started by people saying, "Oh, on this day we're going to go out and rape all women,
rape a bunch of women."
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I understand completely where they got it from. They are terrible for that because that's one thing that I really take personally because I have a lot of female family members that I don't. I'm very overprotective. I don't play at all.
Yeah, same here, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, but once it started growing and getting like more supported, that's when it started getting too out of hand.
The cause was perverted, basically. Yeah. People who don't even know the people who just hated men who didn't know the real reason why.
And then
they just started
that little
bandwagoning.
kid that made a little kid commit suicide because of that, bro.
Like
they were like boasting about it. They were like, "Oh yeah, one down, all the rest to go." Like that's it.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the people that are like behind this whole thing is not just from the men that said they're going to rape all women. It was also from the fact that they must have had something done to them horrible, and it was by
and that because this is nothing that is nothing to joke about.
So they're probably like, "Oh, this person did me like this. This person did me like this. All men just must be horrible." That's not true at all.
That's what really sucks about it. They lump all of us into one.
They lump all of us. Yeah, the few bad apples.
I don't think we should I've been telling people for years. I believe that there's bad dudes and bad women. There's not just bad gender. They're just trash people in the world. And it's like you can't just hold one person in titles like all their gender because that's just not right.
Like, I'm sorry that you've had these terrible experiences.
Man, woman, non-binary, anything. It's just that there's always bad people among them.
It's just
exactly.
It's just people. Because at the end of the day, people just want to live, and sometimes they see fit that the best way for them to live is by being not nice and being very evil, very this, very that.
And they have the idea that I'm gonna hurt someone before they hurt me.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's bad, but that's human nature.
It is.
That's mainly the nature with most bullies as well. Bullies that bully people, it's probably because they've been bullied.
Yeah, they've been hurt before.
Yeah.
It's honestly terrible. Yeah, like I feel sorry that they've had to be in this situation, but it's nothing we can do about it. We've already gotten like that stigma, and it's gotten a little too big for it to be contained.
Yeah.
But maybe one day that'll change.
I hope so. Just always just hope that one day everyone can sit down and just, and then we should be able to get through this without having to become like some dark utopian society where we have to have something maybe implanted in us to keep us from these impulses. In these books you read about that, it should never get that far.
Yeah,
I never understood the whole impulse thing because you could just legit not.
Yeah. I don't know if we just have better control than people, but just mind your own business. Just keep going about your daily life. It's not going
to
the
easiest thing in the world. The easiest thing in the world just don't.
Exactly, the easiest thing.
Some people even have the gall to try to blame it on something stupid like, "Oh, I have a mental illness."
Yeah,
or something like that.
No, what gets me mad? They say they blame the women's clothing.
What? Oh yeah, they're just like that. They deserve. That. Yeah, I don't like that either, dude. They're like, you're dressed like that. You deserve.
What do you mean?
Like you're dressed like that. You deserve to get raped.
They're wearing clothes that they like, so they deserve to have something like that happen to them. That's terrible. That's evil.
That's disgusting. Like
also another thing that women are just like they're scared to walk alone at night now. Also,
Yeah.
That's understandable because there are a lot of predators out there.
There are. But okay.
Don't be your
We-
personal
we've
story.
touched-
Personal story.
Say that again, Jalen.
Yeah, I want me to share a personal story, like legit a personal story.
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you.
Okay.
So, Sky, this is before Sky had a car, right? Was walking home from Pizza Hut, bro, because that's where she works, right? Was walking home to her house, and like this dude was being, hella weird, and like following her and all this, But it's like I'm all the way in DeSoto, I cannot drive all the way over there in like enough time, and it was so bad where I had to call like my homie that lived like right next to her to come pick her up, and that was the most stressful like 10 minutes of my life. Like I went through so much emotions because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Because it's like you always hear, but I can't. I legit couldn't do nothing. I was just sitting up.
And that's the worst thing. The feeling of helplessness. That's the worst part.
And it's like
that's the worst part about it.
Picture that feeling of helplessness, right? And it's like, wow, that's what she goes through every single day.
And then the even worse part about it is like if something could have happened, you feel like for some reason when you have that feeling, it makes you also feel a sense of guilt. It makes you feel like you could have did something, but you just don't know what could have happened. Man. Oh wow.
And I feel like lifted right now, bro. Like this is heavy. I was expecting to be this heavy, bro. Like this is a deep talk, bro. Golly.
Okay, so we got through that part of how men are viewed, and then there's another part to it, other than the male female, just the men in jail system, specifically Black men.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're still deep in here.
I remember like reading something. It was like they do something. It's like something about drugs. It's like they manufactured more cocaine and give it to and secretly smuggled it to like lower freaking income areas with more Black people in it or something.
Dennis, have you heard of the war on drugs? That's legit what you just described. The war on drugs was targeted towards Black people. Don't even get me started on that, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they were like, they was intentional. They were like, they smuggled drugs in America and the government like overlooked it or something. They just turned the other eye.
Go to Daisy. Sorry. But like, yeah, it's like, I can think of the president and it's going to bother me. But like, was it Reagan? I want to say it was Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, it was Reagan. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he legit had a whole war on drugs, which, not to be, what's the word? Not racist, but like, I guess just out there. It was a war on Black people. That's all it was. It's legit all it was. It's like,
because they're a minority. Yes, it's definitely that.
That's why I will always say Reagan's the worst president that we can have as like a society. Not a society, as a growing society, trying to get better.
Yeah, America, I don't know. It like America like progresses and then it regresses. Like it goes back and forth sometimes.
Pretty much.
What is it back and forth though? America is very much racist.
Very.
Bro, I so much wish that this was like a history class. I will go off about this, bro. History's my subject, bro.
It's
America,
like the one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah,
like
basically.
No. Even in the Constitution, it is root. It like this is what this being updated, draft, renewed, everything. There's so many roots to slavery that we still follow. I know y'all know the whole 3/10. No, was it 3/5?
The 3/5 compromise.
Yeah, we still go by that to a certain extent. I know y'all heard of the jail system, right?
Yeah.
People in jail, even though they don't have the same rights as people. They're not, they are dehumanized. All this, they still count towards the vote. They still count towards population. But instead of 3/5 of a people, they're a whole person. So they reap zero benefits, but white people get everything from them. I'm just saying, this is my subject, bro. Like, this is my stuff. I'm like going like early college for it. This is my stuff, bro. Like, I understand. This is This is deep.
It's like
Yeah, because
intentionally
the thing is,
incarcerating black people.
when people touch on black men and the prison system, they always main thing to talk about are the statistics of how more likely we are, how we're systemically, how the system is against us, basically. But they never talk about
Pretty much.
how it actually is on the inside. Like, it's hard to put it into words, so I can see why people don't really go into it. But just they don't get as real as possible as Jaylon just
Like they have.
our rights in there aren't the same. They never really expound on that factor of it.
Not like, I guess to like say what I said earlier, but better. Slavery is legit still around. Slavery is just imprisonment.
That's
right?
basically what it means to go to jail. Like you have your rights taken away from you if you go to jail, and it could be from something that you possibly didn't even do. Like, you know how people be incarcerated for things they're just accused of, and they just get thrown in there, or because they're black, they get harsher sentences.
I don't know if y'all heard about this white dude, right? I can't think his name for the life of me. But I don't know if y'all remember the riots that happened, I think it was George Floyd.
Yeah, last summer.
Like, got shot up. Somebody,
right? Your voice cut out.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, it was George Floyd, right? And basically what happened was these people, right, legit, one white dude pulled up with the AR-15.
Oh, yeah. And he's already out on bail.
And just shot everybody.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Right.
He killed 4 people, didn't he?
Yeah. It got away. Because he's white. Nah, but that's not the thing that makes me upset. It's the fact that one trial showed how America really feels about black people. Because the judge said those people aren't even victims.
Oh, yeah.
They were rioters.
People who were killed aren't victims. But he called the...
Yeah, but...
He called them arsonists and thieves and that
reminds me just
Taylor, you're talking about that Instagram post, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I wouldn't even be as upset about it, right? Except for the fact that didn't white people legit break into the damn White House?
Yep. Yeah. And they were rioting because somebody shot them. Like,
and they were protesting.
I know in the video y'all saw the security guards backing up with batons and stuff, no guns, nothing.
But they're legit people, though, right? But we're mad because one of our people died in a very
literal terrorists at that point. They're raiding our Capitol Hill.
Like they weren't even warned. Like they weren't even warned that if they kept going on with it, somebody was going to get shot. And lo and behold, somebody got shot, and now they're upset about it. Like,
not only that,
like they just intentionally didn't listen.
By a very, effed up chance of luck, the cop that shot the woman was black. And he got in hell of a lot of trouble for that. But it was warranted. He said, don't go. She went. He shot her right in the head. Well deserved. I'm sorry. It's just, you break the law, just like how we're considered criminals, you deserve to get punished for being a criminal. That's just
attacking.
That's literally felony level type mess. Like breaking into the Capitol and doing it. Like they're
legally considered terrorists. I'm pretty sure.
Like they're stepping into that territory where getting shot is literally like that. That's not
defending the country.
Like you're breaking
stuff. It's the damn White House where the president is.
Like y'all are not only were they just like there, they were just breaking stuff and all that too.
Breaking stuff, stealing.
There
was a meeting going on at the time too, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's why all those guards were there.
They were fighting with the guards too.
Yeah. Like how do you expect
to get in?
Like how do you expect to do that and not get shot? Like it just doesn't
I don't know if you actually saw the photos, the videos of it. They opened the gates for them to come through. Oh. But let it be us. Let it be us that they open the gates in. There's gonna be a whole firing squad waiting for us. It's crazy, man.
Worst thing, he's not wrong.
Like,
Hey.
this is my last thing to say before I shut the hell up. But like, I'm sorry, Mr. Dan, for cussing. It's just this boils my blood, whatever it is.
No, really grinds my gears.
Yeah,
you America, you.
But for Black people to give so much to America, we get nothing from it.
Yeah,
clearly
basically
don't have as many rights.
Basically built the country, and they're just saying
Black, because Mexicans, Hispanics, Asians, Irish, every race besides white people gave their lives, their race, everything to America.
Their blood, sweat, and
nothing
tears.
from it, but hate. It's true.
And all they did was yell at us, kill us.
They don't. America doesn't even respect the cultures of most cultures of other of other cultures, because
they literally just they steal cultures and call it their own.
I'm pretty sure we don't get the day off for that, do we? To celebrate the Day of the Dead?
Oh no!
Yeah, no.
I don't. Yeah, we don't. Los Muertos? No, we don't.
Yeah, that's an instituted day of remembrance for their culture, but it's just completely ignored here. And I don't saying that we should have to follow everything in every culture, but big events like that, that's remembering their whole identity, where they came from. That's a big deal. So I
really wish this
we
was
be able to respect something like that.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to shut up, but this is like hella interesting to me, bro.
Miss Jen, thank you for giving us this assignment. Just gotta say that.
Yeah, Miss Jen, bro. If you ever want to give me like something like this personal, bro, just know, bro. I got it. I really like this. This is fun.
I'm garbage.
Yeah, I've said all I can say.
I'm trash.
Yes.
All right, so we've all said our pieces on this, because it is long.
How long? Does it tell you how long you've been recording?
It's not showing me right now, but I know it has been for a while.
Yeah. All right. Any closing statements, anybody?
I think
America, do better. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, do better. Because everything we've talked about has been a problem. Getting out of our regressive ideology, we need to get progressive with women in the household. Like they have a right to work. They have a right to not have to look after their kids 24/7, especially if they have a partner there.
They're here, like they're people. Like they're people too. Like we're all people in this situation.
Women aren't. I know back in the day they were considered property, but that's not how it is anymore.
I thought you would say something else, bro. I'm gonna say, dang, bro. My fault.
It's sad how that used to be how it was back in the day. Like it's sad how they weren't even considered people back then, and it took them so long.
Black people, like, didn't slaves get their rights to vote before women, bro?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
That's bananas. That's crazy.
That's
and that just shows how if African American women, that's how they have it double as hard.
They had it the worst, dude.
Yeah. They're easily the most fetishized, preyed on, and
oppressed.
Repressed. They have to live in fear to be aware, and that's not okay at all. That's a terrible thing. No one should have to live like that.
Yeah. It's too bad that only speaking out about the problem isn't going to fix it. You know, nobody's going to make that much of an effort to fix the problem, and that's the worst part about it.
Just so you know, Ms. Dan, all these problems you listed, they're not going to be fixed anytime soon. That's just facts. I'm sorry. It's true.
They're not.
Texas is already moving backwards with the abortion ban that they put in place.
I'm very glad you wanted to talk about this, but I am not going to lie to you. It feels kind of, I don't know. It feels kind of like not useless, but like it's like, oh, I could talk about always wanting a Rolex, but I know I ain't gonna be able to afford one. It's like it's just false hope, bro.
Yeah, but then you know the quote, another quote I'm coming up with. I know, be the change that you want to see happen.
Yeah, definitely. People always talk about wanting to change, but they're not doing anything to change anything.
You know what Michael Jackson said? You're talking about the man in the mirror.
Nah, bro. We ain't finna talk about Michael Jackson. We talk about like this, bro. He switched up on us, bro. I don't know about him.
But
He-
it doesn't change the message of that song.
I get you. I get you. Yeah,
I'm looking at the man.
I mess with it.
All right. I think we've ranted for a while. So, all right. So closing. This is Justus Bedford, Dennis Griffin, and Aaron. Aaron, what's your last name?
And
Mendez?
Jaylon Carter.
Mendez.
Okay. Aaron Mendez. Sorry, my bad. I hadn't really looked into your last name. Okay. Thank you. And
Thank you.
have a good day, everyone.